Hi and welcome. Today we'll be learning about the ribbon and the Microsoft Office button in Word 2007. We can start by opening Microsoft Office, and as you can see you will have your display of the ribbon and the Microsoft Office button. So let's review a little bit about the ribbon in 2007. Most of Microsoft programs actually follow the same setup other than a few tabs that are a little bit different. You can minimize the ribbon by actually going to the Customize Quick Access toolbar. You can find that right here, click on it, select Minimize the ribbon, and it's gone. And this is actually a great idea if you actually need to show this to someone and you really don't want to see all that information kind of cluttering your page. And also you can get it back if you still want to be doing some editing by removing that check mark, and it's back. On the actual ribbon you have what we call command tabs. We have those commands right here where we can see the different groups that are being created here. Our home actually has several groups that are kind of basic with all the other programs. We also have the help button right here that is actually very useful, and if you actually search for Microsoft 2003 it actually lets you have an interactive video on how to react with your ribbon and compared it to the way it used to be in 2003, so it could be much easier for you to find. You also have what we call groups. If you can see how I hover on top of each one, you can see that each one is highlighted. These are considered groups where they actually organize commands that are related to each other. For anything that has to deal with fonts, you're able to put them and view them all together in this one area. You also have dialog boxes which make a more continuing form where you can see more options and more selections that you might want to use. And it also features it as the way you used to view it in 2003 a little bit on your actual dialog box. You also have galleries, which we can see one right here where you can kind of preview what it's going to be looking like, such as graphics and so forth, where you can select the styles and the different selections that you can make for each one for all the commands that you might be looking over. There is also this contextual tab that appears only when you're performing a task. It provides you a toolbox that will let you edit or make other changes that you might want to do to that particular task. For example, if I go ahead and insert a shape such as a rectangle, you automatically get that tab where it says to format, and I can change the colors, the shadowing, and so forth depending on what my object or task is. You can also, if you click out of it, you will no longer see it. It only is on that particular tag. Once it's deleted, it won't appear anymore. Okay? And again, if you look through each one, depending on which program you're working on, there are things that are related to Microsoft Office. For example, the mailing, reviews, and any kind of reference. All the other ones are a little bit similar. For example, on the home, which lets you know any editing that you might need to do for the paragraph or the font, the inserts of your pictures and shapes and clip arts, and the way the layout of your page is being set up. For example, on Excel it would actually have formulas instead of reference here. So again, it's different for each one, but if you learn the basic ones, you are able to actually manage and find tasks or things that you might need to be doing to make it a lot easier for yourself. Now, let's just continue with the Microsoft Office button. This is very important because this is where you can actually save or open a new document, create a new document, print your document, or even just close the program. Okay? As you can see here, I have the new, just like any other file new that you might find it. Opening a new document that you might already have set up, saving, and saving as. Now my biggest suggestion is that you always save as before you ever use the save button, because it lets you know where you're saving your information. Plus, it lets you select what kind of document you want to save it for. For example, if you have everybody on 2007 in your campus, then you can go ahead and use the Word document for 2007. If you have, for example, students still working on laptops that are using the 2003, or office personnel or etc., some people not having the current Word program, you can also view it and save it as a 2003 file. That way everybody can have access to it. Okay. Now another important information, of course, is printing. It's just like a regular print where you can print preview, you can also just close. Now one of the distinguishing things that you see is the options. Each one would say Word option, Excel options, and this is just the settings that you can look into. If you click on it, for example, on Word, you can remove, for example, check spelling and your grammar, or if you actually do need them, to have them on there. For example, on Excel, it would actually let you work on or discuss about formulas. So that's about it about the ribbon and the Microsoft Office button. We will continue learning a little bit more about each program itself in other videos to come. Thank you. Hope you had fun.